Deuteronomy 18:18 says, "I will raise up a prophet from among their countrymen like you, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I command him." Prophecy edifies by taking us out of a lack of knowledge about the future so that we can prepare for it. And specifically regarding the prophecy in Deuteronomy 18:18, why did God want us to make a parallel between the first Messiah of Israel, Moses, and another Messiah of Israel? God wanted to take us out of a lack of knowledge about who the Messiah of Israel would be, so that there would be no doubt about it. Having said that, all true prophets have to be like Moses in three ways. If not, they are false prophets. 1. They have to themselves live a moral life according to God's word and voice. This is why if a prophet tells you to divorce your spouse for a reason the Bible does not allow, then you know you are talking to a false prophet. 2. All prophets like Moses have to stand in a lack of knowledge up to oppressive governments. And finally, 3. All prophets like Moses cannot give in and peddle to the people's sin. When you look at all the prophets of the Bible, all are like Moses in these three ways. If you know of a prophet who is alive now and violates any of these three characteristics, then he or she is not a prophet of God. Islam claims that the prophet in Deuteronomy 18:18 is Muhammad. But we know that this cannot be true, because here it says that God will put his words in his mouth. And we know of a time when Muhammad prophesied in the name of Satan, in the satanic verses. There will be a link below if you want to learn more about that topic. And since God says, "I will put my words in his mouth," we know God is not Satan. I have heard some rabbis say that this was Joshua, and Joshua shares the three ways. But is there anyone in Jewish history more like Moses than Joshua? This prophecy does not exclude the entire life of Moses, including his adopted, I will argue, virgin mother. Like Jesus, who was born of a virgin. Similarly, like Moses had a prophet Aaron to help prepare the way for him, Jesus had a prophet John the Baptist, to help prepare the way for him. Joshua, though a prophet, shares none of these parallels. Bithiah was the name of Moses' mother. Like Jesus' mother, they both married a man or married into the tribe of Judah. Since we know that Bithiah married Mered, 1 Chronicles 4:19, and that she died in the wilderness like every other Israeli except Caleb and Joshua, she, like Mary, did not see the inauguration of her son's kingdom. Like Jesus was adopted by Joseph into Judah, Bithiah was adopted by Mered into Judah. And since we know the strict laws regarding the flow of blood that must happen on the wedding night when the hymen is broken, according to Deuteronomy 22:13-21, or a woman is stoned to death, we know that Bithiah was not stoned to death. In fact, she had many children to Mered. Not only that, for saving Moses, she was one of only a few that entered paradise alive, being freed from death forever, according to Jewish history. Are these parallels between the two families of the two messiahs of Israel just happenstance? Do you think it's a coincidence that both messiahs were adopted and also into royal lineages? Moses by Pharaoh's daughter into that royal lineage, and Jesus into Judah's royal lineage. And do you think it's a coincidence that both of these mothers were virgins? Or do you think it speaks of Deuteronomy 18:18? Let me know in the comments section. And please like and share this video on your social media pages.